Okay. For what reason?
Because we're gonna go see Madagascar 2, Rise of the Penguins.
That was your attempt at jokes?
Yes.
Wow. No, really, with energy this time. What are we doing here, and why are we here, and what the fuck's going on with your life?
Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Loud. But it's okay, because we're here, and we already know who's gonna win. It's Batman. It's very simple. It's a very simple thing. Batman's gonna win.
A human
versus a god, yes.
With no superpowers.
He's gonna win against Superman, a god that can only die by kryptonite.
I wouldn't say he's a god. He's from another planet.
Well, their motto thing is God versus human.
Who's their motto?
Like in the
because
motto
Lex
thing.
Luthor says that in one scene.
No, it's like two things. Like that's like the main thing that was on Snapchat. Like God versus human.
Snapchat. You hear this fucking bullshit?
Anyway, you already know our great home theaters here.
No, this is not our home theater. We're in the next city over.
Same thing. Well, our home theater is garbage, so we have to use this one.
I'm trying to zoom in on the fucking,
As you know, I just got some dollars, and I'm trying to scheme with my mom to see if she can get me Naruto. I'll put in 20.
Naruto?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? For what?
Xbox One. Or PS4, actually, because I have better graphics.
Okay. Well,
Naruto is dope.
We're here spitting live and direct. You already know. The Son and I video podcast. I have no idea if you're in the shot or not.
Earl sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's not important right now. We are going to give our review as always. I don't know. You know what it is. You already know.
Win?
I think they're not going to fight for a long time. I think they're milking this Batman v Superman bullshit. And they're going to stretch what was a few pages of one comic book once upon a time into about an hour and 15 minutes of a movie. And eventually they're going to meet with Wonder Woman and fight the real bad guy, whoever that may be. But,
I don't want to tell you.
Alright, please don't tell me. But it is what it is. We're here. Can't wait.
We're here. We're the best. And it's the Son and I. You already know. No one can beat us.
I thought he was going to say, we're here, we're queer, get over it.
No.
What are you talking about? But, yeah, we'll be back, man. Son and I, video podcast, you already know. Yeah. Hello. I just want to show the bootleg Wonder Woman.
Hi. Take care, guys.
Anyway, it's a big... What? You want to take a picture with the bootleg Wonder Woman?
Two Supermans and one.
The Mexican Superman?
No.
Huh?
I don't want to.
Alright. What you thought about the movie?
It was amazing.
It was amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. Well, I guess we'll have a real review. Right? I don't know. You're not seeing shit.
I'm tired.
People. That's his way of saying that he's embarrassed and don't want to talk loud. He don't like people looking at him or something.
Look, I really don't care. Anyone can look at me. I don't care.
No, say that louder because
I'm really tired now.
See, he don't like it. He don't like it.
Please.
All right, wait, look. You took a picture with me. Look, there really is a bootleg ass Wonder Woman, a Mexican Superman, and an old ass fat Superman. Damn, I wish I had better footage. But anyway, you gonna take a picture? You don't want to? I kinda do. Ah, well, whatever. I kinda do. Would you? Would you take a picture of me?
I'm not.
You holding the camera. I want me in the motherfucking picture.
I guess you're a grown man who want to take a picture with Superman and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, like I do at the comic book conventions. You see? This is what I gotta deal with. It's alright, whatever.
Sure?
Whatever. Yeah, I'm positive.
like Superman?
I do actually. I did. I would have.
Let's go back
Nah, it's too late.
then. Okay, then it's too late.
So,
Happy Bar Mitzvah's Day.
we'll be giving our review in a few seconds. We just saw the movie. I hate the ending. I think you have to wonder, is fucking Superman alive? I don't like dirt floating. That's not a sign of him being alive. I don't know. We'll give more in depth. You already know. Starting our video podcast. Peace out.
God versus man. Day versus night. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Introduce the show, my man.
It's a Son and I video podcast starring me, Avery Kane, eating Belvita. And you, Mr. ID.
This fucking guy. Yes, we are cracking the microphone. As you just saw, we went to the movie theaters and saw Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
The travesty that is the Easter weekend blockbuster. But we'll get into that shite in a few minutes. Overall, what you think about the movie, my man?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for badness?
Good.
Wow.
Dope movie. 9 out of 10. Room for growth.
Why don't you review it first then? Please, enlighten us.
Alright. I don't have fancy notes, alright? I'm not this man. I don't keep notes. But what I do have to say is the movie was extremely slow in the beginning. It's not too slow in the beginning. It started out very hype, as some may say, with the whole Bruce Wayne story and kind of like the Superman, introducing the two characters. Then it kind of plays along with the story, showing how Bruce Wayne became Batman, you know, with his parents dying and all. Whole scene on that.
Because we haven't seen that fucking story a billion times, but...
We have not. But, yeah, you have that scene which goes on. It shows how he got into the Batcave when running at a funeral.
Which is all bullshit! But go ahead.
Okay.
Fucking bullshit. I'm like, this better be a dream because none of this fucking happened. It's like you could see it happening as before it comes. You're like, this motherfucker's running through the woods. This motherfucker's gonna fall through a hole. He's gonna see bats. And he's gonna be, you know, Batman. That's not the way it happened. This is not the concurrent motions of events in which they took place.
But yeah.
But it was a dream, so whatever. I guess it's excusable, I guess.
Then it introduces Superman. Well, it doesn't really introduce Superman. It kind of just shows him saving someone.
Through the eyes of Batman, before they get to him saving, you know, Lois. Because he doesn't do that every fucking 15 seconds in a movie. But he's saving, it's like the end of Man of Steel through the eyes of Bruce Wayne. You know, because he's in Metropolis trying to save people in his building and, you know, giving a call, evacuate, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, he's disgusted at the Man of Steel because he's allowing all these buildings to be pummeled to the ground. It's all his fault. It's all Superman's fault that the city is devastated, you know, because it is. It is his fault, which is why everybody shitted on the first movie. True Superman fans, forget the fact that he killed Zod, totally leaving comic lore. Superman's a goody two-shoes.
He doesn't kill.
He doesn't kill, ever. That's what makes him him, is that he finds a way to beat crazy different kinds of bad guys, but not kill them. You know, he still wins or whatever. That's the point of Superman. But I digress. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have to get past that. If you walked into the movie theater to watch Batman v Superman, then you've already gotten past those little quirks that irked the shit out of you from the first movie. I'm taking your shine. Go ahead, please.
You really are.
My bad.
Then I lost my train of thought. Yeah, they introduced both of them.
Yeah.
Then the movie goes on.
The movie goes on.
It's just it's bland, kind of. When I said 10 out of 10, I was just joking. It's kind of bland until you hit fighting scenes. Basically, it opens up, obviously. And didn't there come to a point, correct me if I'm wrong, there came to a point where they introduced Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
Which, let me just go off kilter real quick. Lex Luthor is not supposed to be crazy. He's supposed to be smart, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah, he's a genius when it comes to the underworld of being a bad guy. He's the bad guy's bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like how they made him crazy. I like that he was crazy. I know I'm kind of contradicting myself there, but it's half and half for me. I like that he was crazy. It just made the movie more interesting, but I don't like how it separated kind of from the lore. Not crazy in the comic books, crazy in the movie, whatever. I don't care. Hollywood, do what you do.
Yeah, in the movie, not to cut you off, he's unhinged. You know, he's a touch of Joker, if you will. When Lex Luthor, he's a genius when it comes to being the king of bad guys because he keeps his calm. Because he is cool, calm, and collective. I mean, he goes to war with Superman and he's a human being. And he's never, wowed by this fact. Never in his mind is he like, should I shut the fuck up because this guy could kill me with one blink. You know, he is a very savvy human being. And, he's about it when it comes to being bad guy. The king of bad guys. A super villain, if you will. Superman, he's the super villain. He's the ultimate. He's the man. He's the fucking man when it comes to that, supposedly. But in this movie, he's unhinged. You see a taste of high society Lex and smart Lex, but he'll talk and ramble and kind of go a little kooky looky. That's, I think, what you're trying to put down. You know what I'm saying? That they made him seem like he belongs in Arkham. That's the way he looks.
Arkham
you know what
Asylum.
I mean? Crazy guy.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
They introduced Batman, introduced Superman, saving people. They introduced Lex.
And you can already tell as soon as he opens his mouth that he's supposed to be crazy, which was kind of cool, kind of not. I don't know. You decide on that. If you liked him crazy, or if you read the comic books and you prefer him being not crazy.
Yeah. Cool, calm, and collective.
Cool, calm, and collective. There comes a point in the movie where they kind of introduce, because it's called Dawn of Justice, so they kind of get a little sneak peek at some of the Justice League people. When Batman is at a party, or not a party, what do you call that?
It's a shindig, it's a party.
It's a party, and he goes downstairs to get information on his little gadget thing. He ends up getting it, but spoiler alert, a girl comes in, looks at him, and steals his little gadget thing while he's not looking, because he went back upstairs. She went there and got that. She is Wonder Woman. That's great.
The only good thing in this movie, by the way.
What?
I'll get to my report. I'll get to mine. Go ahead.
She takes out a little thing, finds Wonder Woman. Batman gets the information still, and finds out that she is Wonder Woman, and finds the Flash. And who are the other people?
Cyborg,
and
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
And I believe there is one more. It's escaping me right now. But definitely Flash, Lightning Bolt. Definitely Cyborg. Definitely Atlantean guy.
There were only 4.
Yeah, so that's 3. And Wonder Woman.
And Wonder Woman.
My bad. All right.
Yeah.
So they're just missing Hal Jordan. They didn't have anything on the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
You know, but this is what they stole was information from Lex, because Lex is the one throwing the benefit. He's throwing the party, and Batman, Bruce Wayne's invited, so he puts the little bug, like Avi said. Wonder Woman steals it from under his nose, but she doesn't steal it. She just borrows it, you know, gives it back to Batman, and Batman comes across this information that Lex is looking into metahumans. You know, he's trying to do all his homework on anybody with superpowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then right after that, about 20 minutes after that, it starts. Basically, Lex Luthor calls. Iron doesn't call. You can see there's a scene where Superman's mother, forgot her name, Martha, she's working at her little place, and her shift becomes over. And as she walks outside, there's a car in the alleyway, and a car looking at her. Basically, they capture her. Lex Luthor captured her.
This is not 20 minutes into the movie.
No, not 20 minutes. 20 minutes after that scene.
Yeah, no. What? Okay, but it's not. That's way deep into the fucking movie. That's before the big fight. And the big fight between Batman v Superman, which turns into him fighting, not Darkseid, what's his fucking name? Doomsday. Spoilers. Y'all already know. This is all spoilers. They kidnap her. So I would say they kidnap her about 40 minutes before the movie's over. The movie's 2.5 hours long. So your timing of the first 20, 30 minutes, Batman and Superman and blah, 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 and party, and then 20 minutes later they kidnap her. You're like an hour off. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. But we could sit here and tell you word for word the whole movie.
Superman.
The point is, what'd you think? At the end of the day, you're watching a movie.
What I think,
you know, what
out of all the great fighting scenes and the interesting little things they had during the movie, details, graphic-wise, it was very, very good. Overall, I will give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay, so it went from 10 out of 10
to 8
to 9 out of 10,
to
room
8
for growth.
Out of 10.
Now it's 8 out of
It's
10.
8 out of 10. Because they didn't show my man Flash.
All right, this thing is gradually going lower by the millisecond.
That's my final thing. 8 out of 10.
We're barely 15 minutes in, and it's already down to 8.
I'll probably change it
Again. Definitely after my review. Okay, you got more, please.
Do I have more?
This is why you don't freestyle. This is why you make notes.
I don't have more.
No?
Chill town. I don't have more. Your turn.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm afraid.
Time for my scathing review.
I don't know what that word
It's not good. Scathing means it's not good. I'm about to bash the shit out of this.
Why?
All right. I would rather break it down by character. There's pretty much 3 heroes: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and then Lex Luthor. I'm not counting Doomsday because he doesn't speak. All he does is yell and scream and basically die an hour after he's created. You know, like, he don't last very long. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much Zod, right? Zod's body with Lex's blood.
Yeah.
This is how smart Lex Luthor is. The motherfucker takes over the alien ship and takes in all the information over 1,000 different galaxies in the universe. Like, he wants to create a weapon to stop Superman in case Superman ever, I guess, turns bad. Or if an alien comes, you know, for whatever reason, he's trying to convince the government to allow him to make weapons. He says he knows how. He's come across kryptonite and it cuts through Zod's body, the dead body that's alive. So he wants access to all things alien. Zod's body, and more importantly, the ship. You know, the ship that Zod came in. He goes in there, finds keys, finds things. A computer asks him, would you like to become the new administrator to the ship? He says yes. The first thing it says is we have a library of all the known galaxies and people or beings, sentient beings that exist throughout the universe. And I believe the computer says it's 1,000 different beings, whether they're human or transformer or whatever, Cybertronian, whatever. 1,000 different kinds of beings that exist and their history, total, from beginning to where they're at that moment. And of course, Lex says, lay it on me, lay it on me, computer. So he knows everything now, from vast galaxies and all over the fucking universe. If he wasn't smart already, he's definitely got a heads up now. Heads up on stupid man. So I guess I'll just tell you what I think of each character, and then I'll just give you
the review.
The review after, right? I think that's the best thing. Well, we got to start with Batman and Superman. It's their fucking movie. They're in the title. Wow. Okay. Batman and Superman. Who do you want to start with? Batman? Okay.
I'm scared.
Now, I go to my notes, and then I'll freestyle. I'll do my best to keep some eye contact with you guys. Batman killed so many bad guys, I really don't understand why he's so vexed with Superman for presumably doing the same thing. Oh, I made a side note about Alfred. I'll leave that side note where it is. You know what? I'll just read my notes as I wrote them. And then we could go accordingly. Side note. I kind of liked how Alfred got more involved with the crime fighting aspect of things than previous incarnations of that character. Yet I still don't find him to be as good as Sir Michael Caine. Go figure. Ben Affleck definitely trained his ass off for this movie. He trained his ass off for this role, as evident in the training montage served up for us to sink our teeth into. I guess. I know my lady liked it. But abs can be airbrushed in, and weights could be light as feathers. At the end of the day, I guess this Batman is on in years and was supposed to be more like The Dark Knight Returns, Year One, Frank Miller's version of the character, in which Mr. Affleck barely pulls this off. With his huge bat symbol stretched from the bottom of his neck to the top of his stomach, he's too contrite for apathy, yet not outgoing enough to be a playboy. I don't know, bro. Shaking my head. People were worried when Ben Affleck was cast for this role. They're like, Ben Affleck? Batman? Does not compute. But, fucking Michael Keaton was Batman. Val Kilmer was Batman once upon a time. George Clooney. If you get into a bat suit, I'm pretty sure the mask does it for you. It does have to work. Yeah, it does have to work for you. The costume. You just got to play the role really as Bruce Wayne. And I don't love it. I wasn't one of those people that was worried. Oh, Ben Affleck's Batman? That shit's going to suck. Like, whatever. I can't wait to see it. I don't like him as Batman. Not moved at all. Not even a little bit. I think I summed it up at the end. He is too contrite for apathy.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Look it up on Google. I could explain it the best. How can he be empathetic? He's like mad at Superman because he's letting all this destruction happen around him. Watch Batman fight. He's killing at least 30 motherfuckers in this movie.
He kills them.
Unless his bat wing those bullets that are the size of a fucking controller for your VCR or DVD or whatever, 50 millimeter bullets or whatever. Unless he's missing every shot. Unless every Jeep he flips, those people are not landing on their necks and breaking their fucking backs. then okay, he hasn't killed anyone. But that's bullshit. In real fucking life, which they always going for reality, you know, the comic book movies, little by little, have tried to get away from the campy, you know, comic side of things and want to make it real. And this is evident from the last 3 Batman movies. You know, they want you to go through the journey with Bruce Wayne. His parents died. He goes, gets his training from Ra's al Ghul. But it's very real. You know what I mean? It's very feeling orientated. What is Batman going through? You know what I'm saying? Why does he feel empty? Why does he feel the need to exact revenge on the criminal underworld? You know, that you're going through the feelings, the real aspect of what it would be like to be Batman. Okay. Even though it's a comic book movie, I don't understand the need to do all this.
Always
but whatever, it makes it dope.
the reality of it.
Makes it dope. Makes it dope. But if it's like that, if it's reality, then Batman's killing a lot of motherfuckers. Okay? So why the fuck is he so mad at Superman for doing the same thing?
I think it's not because Superman was killing him. I think because he let that little girl's father die. If I'm correct, at the beginning of the movie, at that scene where Batman was in Metropolis, the little girl's
mom is in the building.
Yeah,
and the building is pummeled
and instead of
by the fight between him and Zod.
Yeah, but instead of Superman just throwing Zod to the side, I guess, and going to save that little
he's fighting a god.
Girl's mom.
He's fighting another man who could fly and shoot laser beams out of his eyes. He's not watching for buildings being crumbled. He's in a fight, dude. He could see through walls. A lot of people died other than that little girl's mom. Apparently he wasn't too bothered with that fact. Which is why people hate Man of Steel. People that really love Superman, that love the goody two-shoes version of him. You know, the fact that he definitely doesn't kill anyone, but that he saves everyone. For God's sakes, Lois died. One person died, and he rewinded time. You know what I'm saying? This is the Superman we've grown to know and love. So that was a very far stretch, the Man of Steel. But like I said, if you sat down for this movie, you already got past that. So I just don't get it. Why he's so mad at Superman. And it's not even that he's jealous of his powers, because Batman don't need powers. He could whip ass. You know? And I don't think it's that he feels Superman is essentially a bad person. He just is not feeling him.
He doesn't like him.
Because he's letting a lot of motherfuckers die and a lot of destruction happen. Even people that don't die. When a building falls on top of you, you lose your legs. Which happens to someone in the movie. You know, so there's a lot of shit going down that Batman's not feeling. But Batman's equally part of this destruction.
But he's not killing innocent people. I mean, Superman's not killing innocent people, but he's letting innocent people die.
Okay. I don't see the difference. I don't see much of a difference. And there's a scene where he's waking up with some girl in his bed. Playboy, Bruce Wayne. When does he have time to get this bitch's number? Where in the movie, between him holding little girls and looking up at Superman being bad and building a super bat suit and lifting weights and pulling fucking tractor tires, where the hell did he meet this bitch?
I have no idea.
Granted, her number could have been in his Rolodex from a long time ago, but it's just, I don't believe you, dude. I don't believe that you're Bruce Wayne. And I definitely don't believe that you're Batman. It was dope that Alfred is more special ops. He's definitely more involved with the fighting, you know? Straight up building his suit, soldering things. You know, you could tell he has some military training, which they have alluded to in past incarnations of that character, but never as deep as this movie. You know, it's kind of dope, but I still think the Alfred from the last 3 movies of Batman was a better Alfred overall. So that's it for stupid ass Batman. Superman.
Oh no.
Aside from having an 8 o'clock shadow for the entire film and a permanent scowl on his face, I guess he's alright. In the aspect that his character hasn't deviated much from Man of Steel. He does get his ass whipped quite a lot by Batman and then Doomsday. Also, his death leaves something to be desired. His effect on the world lacks conviction. It's like if he really is dead, there should be less pomp and circumstance and more heartfelt loss, collectively by everyone. Instead, the government that was willing to paint him as a devil is giving him 100 cannonball salute while burying an empty casket. And his real funeral is weirdly half-ass, led by bagpipes. I didn't know the Kent family was Irish. But I digress.
Well, so what'd you think of the movie overall?
I'm like, woof. No. I don't know. I want to kind of expand on Superman. But I think I kind of did that while I was talking about Batman.
You did.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get it. This is not really Superman. In the sense of the word. In Schuster and whoever the fuck. The two guys, Siegel and Schuster. The guys that created Superman. This was not the vision that they created.
This
the goody two shoes.
It's a vision.
You know, I don't get it. I don't know where they were going. Again, I don't know. They're trying too hard to be realistic, like what they did with the 3 Batman movies, the trilogy that just passed, and pretty much every comic book movie. You know, as they've gone along. You know, if you do a mental vision of X-Men, the first X-Men movie from the year 2000, to Days of Future Past X-Men, which had some of the same actors in it, totally different fucking movie. As it goes on little by little, they're seeing, if we give a real side to these characters, you know, a everyman feel, where people sitting in the audience could look at Wolverine or Magneto and be like, I see a little bit of myself in him. Magneto's mama got killed in front of him. That's when he first starts using the metal powers a lot stronger. Why? Because he's emotional. He's mad. His mom just got killed in front of him. So he crushes a whole fucking room full of metal parts. When before, he couldn't even move a quarter. And so they're adding realism. But there's just certain things you cannot add to Superman. Because he's fucking Superman. You're projecting a human being's feelings to an alien. The reason Superman's able to beat the bad guys without killing them is because he's not human. Faster than a speeding bullet. Remember that? So, you know. I think I've talked enough why Superman don't work for me and whatever, what have you. I'm going to go to Wonder Woman because I liked her. I really did. And this is my little synopsis of her. Her costume aside, because Jackie hated it. You know, Jackie grew up, my lady, my queen, his Mama Dukes, grew up on Wonder Woman, and so did millions of other girls dressed up as her for Halloween. And, you know, remember the red, white, and blue. Red fucking boots. I think blue panties. You know what I mean? Whatever. That is not her costume anymore. I try to tell her it's 2016.
They're not going to walk around with red boots.
Yeah, you got to go with the times, a little bit of style and shit. You know, but that aside, I didn't really see a big problem with that, but she did. So, I feel she is the best hero offered up in Batman vs. Superman. Like Leroy Jethro Gibbs, she's the strong, silent archetype that Superman usually is, and Batman most definitely should be. Which is why, by the time she gets into the fight with the other two heroes, she's basically the only one that you're souped up to see. Getting it on and populating. In other words, crack-a-lacking. Her sword cuts when it's supposed to cut. The shield does a grand old job of blocking Doomsday's energy beams, shooting out of his eyes, mouth at the same time. Yeah, shooting out of his eyes and mouth at the same time. Neat fucking trick, by the way. And she's able to pull all this off while remaining on her feet most of the time. Hashtag badass. She's what Rey should have been in the new Star Wars movie, but that's a story for another time. She's fucking dope. They play some old Congo drums or something when she comes, like, you know, like some shit. You know, and you're like, because she's from the Amazon. She's the queen of the Amazons, if you know her lore. So I guess they got some Congos playing for that reason. She's fucking dope.
She whoops.
She's dope. I don't know, very serious.
Militant.
You know, she about to whip some ass. And she don't look like she's an alien, which I don't think she is. She's just a metahuman. A human with special powers. But nowhere do you think she could lose to Doomsday. You know what I mean? You're not worried, even though this guy towers over her. Maybe his palm is the size of her whole body. You're never worried for her. You know, she might not kill him by herself or nothing like that, but you know she's about to hold her own. You know it's about to go down.
Down.
That is how you should feel
It's going down
when Batman
real.
or Superman is getting into the fight. It's their fucking movie.
You seem very happy about it.
So it was great that there was at least someone on the hero side that made that feeling come out. You know, that was like, I fucking hero time. And I say one of the good guys bring that feeling out of you. You know, fun to be at the movies or excited to watch the film that you're in front of. Because other than Wonder Woman, the only other character that does that is Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor is a boss.
And I will get into him. Lex Luthor was the proverbial breath of fresh air. Even though he played him more like a low-level Joker, wacky and crazy guy, than the actual mastermind that we all came to know and love in the comic books, and later on in all of the movie franchises, this actor's incarnation of Alexander Luthor is most definitely memorable, even though he seems to be reaching for a Heath Ledger-like performance. I think that says it all. We kind of touched on it before. It's like he's trying to be the Joker. It's like he's trying to be Heath Ledger when he gets a little kooky and wacky. You know, he's talking all intellectual and giving speeches, and then you see him 1,000-yard stare, you know, looking into the distance, even though he's staring at the party guests, and he's like, you know, because aliens are running amok on the earth, and I just want to cut them open.
No,
What?
He was like, out of nowhere, he was just like, boom, thunderclap, and started doing this with his hand.
Yeah, he's just weird. And all of that is not Lex.
It's cool though.
But it is cool. He's likable. Very likable. Because there's so much through the fucking movie with the fucking heroes. You know? It's just not good. So when Lex comes out with his ways, you know, shakes fucking Clark Kent's hand, and I guess he basically crushes his hand, and he's like, you got a strong fucking grip. Don't get into a fight with this motherfucker. You know, like, it's kind of funny. He brings a goodness. He brings a breath of fresh air. I think I said it all with that. So, I have reviewed the characters, and this is my synopsis of the actual film. This movie does not live up to the hype. I'm glad the second season of Daredevil came out on the same day that this film was dropped in movie theaters, because at least there's something to watch this Easter weekend. Before I sat down and invested 2.5 hours of my life that I would never get back, I wasn't so keen in seeing Wonder Woman's solo movie debut. But now, after seeing this performance, I am most definitely in. I don't like the Flash. The guy that they got, the actor they got for the Flash, long hair. You see him for about 30 seconds in the movie. I think the guy who acts as Barry Allen, the Flash in the TV show, is way better. Granted, I've seen him in 2 seasons of a show as opposed to 30 seconds of a guy just running fast. But it just don't look like the fucking Flash that I've grown to know and love. But Wonder Woman is the only other DC movie that I'm going to want to see. Warner Brothers, right? Warner Brothers has DC and Disney has Marvel. Fox has Marvel, Disney. They're sharing Marvel. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. If you notice, some Marvel movies are Fox Studios. Some of them are Disney. Depending if you're watching Iron Man or Avengers or X-Men movies. There are 2 different studios that own the rights to Marvel. That's on Stan Lee. I don't know what the fuck happened with that shite. But Warner Brothers alone owns DC. Yeah. Those characters, they bring them to the movies. They bring them to TV. And Wonder Woman is the only thing that I'm looking forward to because that actress did such a phenomenal job with that role. And she talks in the movie, of course. She's an actor, whatever. She don't even do that much talking. It's just her presence. It's like, I can't wait to see this story, man. She's fucking dope. She really is. And I was not thinking about no fucking Wonder Woman movie. I'm definitely not looking forward to the Justice League movie.
I am.
If it's anything like Batman v Superman, hell fucking no. Now, I never loved Aquaman. And I know that actor, I guess he's famous. He's been in things. I forget his name, whatever. His real name, I don't know. And I don't know what he's been in. I mean, whatever. Aquaman, he talks to fish. I don't know. Never a great superhero that I was like, wow, Aquaman.
He talks to fish.
Whatever. Cyborg's kind of dope. Teen Titans, we all know Cyborg. And that's an interesting story. Star Labs, I believe he's the son of one of the scientists there who gets hurt in an explosion because his dad doesn't pay him no mind. So he goes there to bitch and moan one day. Dad, you promised you were going to be at the game. I'm never going to go to a game because you're wasting your life with that bullshit. You should be studying and blah, 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 blah. And fucking something explodes and damn near his whole body is disintegrated. Except for like his head and a piece of his chest. Hence, Cyborg. That whole thing. Probably a good movie. Whatever.
Real quick, that actor that you said was famous stuff, Jason Momoa. Momoa?
Joseph Jason Namakaeha Momoa. Better known as Jason Momoa.
He's from Game of Thrones. That was his show.
I knew he was famous. I knew he was in something. I just don't watch Game of Thrones, so I wouldn't have known that. It's funny because I don't remember that being his last name. I know people make fun of his last name, and I didn't know it was Momoa. Whatever. Maybe they make fun of his last name from Game of Thrones, and I'm just not hip to that shit. Whatever. Whatever's the case. Oh my God, Lois Lane. Amy Adams, stop.
Amy Adams.
But, so, you did 1 to 10? Why do you do that?
What do you do? 1 to
2
5?
thumbs up or 4 stars. That is how you rate movies. Siskel and Ebert, 2 thumbs up or 2 thumbs down, 1 up, 1 down, whatever. And then 4 stars. If we all know, we watch TV Guide channel. When you're flipping through cable, it's pretty much the grid is the TV Guide channel. Every Comcast, Cablevision, they all have some form of it. When you put information and you make the little box bigger on the show you're watching, they have stars on movies. There's never more than 4 stars. 4 stars being The Godfather Part 2, or a newer movie with 4 stars, Age of Ultron. Why? I have no idea. Not that it's not a great movie, but Godfather 2, Age of Ultron, equal?
Yes.
I don't know, B. I don't know about all that. So, Batman v Superman.
4 stars.
1 thumb up or 2 stars. I would give it less. That's how much I don't like this movie. But but I have to be fair, medium, 2 out of 4 because it's action-packed. It held my attention, even though there's a lot of downtime, boring time, dealing with the whole government hates Superman aspect of shit. You know, and Batman's detestment of the fucking character.
2 thumbs up.
And there were good things. Lex Luthor, Wonder Woman. I'm pretty sure it's going to gross a whole lot of fucking money. But that is not how I rate movies. I rate movies on whether I would watch it or not. I guess I would watch a rerun of this if it was on. When it's on TV, I know I'll sit and watch some of it. Because it's interesting. It's okay. But okay for a blockbuster film that we've waited for a long time. They've been promoting Batman v Superman. 2 stars? I'm being fucking nice.
4 stars.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit, dog. Whatever. That's what you're gonna give it.
Everyone else, I'm not going on base with everyone else, but it's getting 9.4 out of 10 for IMDb.
What? I didn't know. We're going to close the show soon because this is just a review of the movie. You know, as y'all know, this is not a regular episode of the Son and I Video Podcast. We just like to review movies from time to time. I purposely didn't listen to Fat Man on Batman, Fly Fat Ass Fly, because he and his partner reviewed this movie. I purposely did not listen to reviews this morning. It is Monday, the weekend after Easter, the day after Easter. This morning on the news, Fox fucking 5, Good Day New York, reporting on the entertainment, the first thing they said was, even though Batman vs. Superman has gotten bad reviews, even though most people don't like this movie, it is number 1 at the box office. I didn't know that the interwebs and most people are giving this movie a not favorable review. I just wanted to do our review real, you know, from the gut, from the heart. I know the heart's up here, but, you know, I go with my gut. I search my feelings. Luke.
Don't do that again.
But I don't like, I 2 out of 4. That's the best you're going to get out of me.
4 out of 5 or 3 out of 4.
All right, 3 out of
2
4.
thumbs up.
4 out of 4. It can't be 2 thumbs up if it's 3 out of 4.
1 thumb up?
1.5 thumbs, I guess, from you.
Thumbs.
If we were Rotten Tomatoes, it would be 60 out of 100.
It got 29% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience rated
That's bad.
It's out of 100.
Exactly my point.
But the audience on Rotten Tomatoes gave it 73%.
Okay, whatever. All right. For the Son and I Video Podcast, Batman vs. Superman movie special, I am 3797 ID. This is Mr. Avery Kane.
Woo.
And this has been The Son and I. I like to say it in the mic. We need
The Son and I.
We need our own microphones. Like, really. Like, even if we use little earbuds with the mics for your cell phone and shit like that.
Easy to buy one for here. And
We have like 12 of them. I got one for my iPhone. I got the Sony ones.
I mean, right here, a wireless one that we could just talk about.
Whatever. We'll figure it out. Peace out.
Superman.
Low Life Easter shoot. We'll be covering